Emmerdale viewers saw Billy Fletcher and ex-Dawn Taylor unite to cover up what happened to Joe Tate in the latest episode of the ITV soap, amid news of his condition. There could be a downfall looming for Emmerdale's Dawn Taylor and her ex Billy Fletcher, after they faked a story to cover her deadly tracks. A day after her confession that she pushed Joe Tate out of a window, Dawn was questioned by the police after a faked alibi. It was her husband Billy who had been arrested for Joe's murder attempt, with the police accusing him of taking revenge after Joe's affair with Dawn. Dawn gave him an alibi though last minute to have him released, resulting in her confession to Billy that she was the real guilty party. Dawn had claimed she and Billy were together at the time of the attack, after Billy was arrested. So when the police came knocking and asked why Dawn and Billy had not shared this alibi sooner, she claimed it was because they were worried about getting their kids' hopes up amid a possible reunion. Dawn suggested she and Billy were considering giving things another go and they were together, but didn't want anyone to know about it in case it got back to their children. The detective seemed to buy this story, telling the pair he hoped things worked out for them. With that, it seemed both Dawn and Billy were in the clear, having faked their whereabouts and the story about a reunion. Of course Dawn did this to protect suspect Billy and herself, but she had her doubts. She feared they had seen right through her, and that the truth would come out. Billy urged her to stick to the plan though, telling her they were in the clear and just had to make things look believable. He suggested that they push the narrative that Dawn dumped Joe before his fall before being with Billy. Billy suggested that way if Joe did wake up and reveal it was Dawn, if he remembered that is, they could just claim he was being bitter and setting her up over their split. Dawn was stunned how much Billy had thought this through, and she was clearly worried he would read too much into their faked reunion weeks after she ended their marriage. With that, there was an update on Joe's condition, with him remaining in a coma after the incident. It was revealed that Joe was going to be brought round by doctors in a day or two with the hope he would wake up. Dawn was scared he would wake up and grass her up, and that her and Billy's story would fall apart, exposing their lies. But Billy had already got things moving, telling people he and Dawn were back together. Meanwhile, the officers began looking into Charity Dingle and her son Noah Dingle's stories once more, accusing Joe's brother Noah of lying about seeing someone fleeing the scene. But surely it won't take much for the heat to fall back onto Dawn and Billy, and their downfall could be sealed. After all, if Joe does wake up in a day or two as they've claimed, there is every chance he is going to remember who it was that pushed him, Dawn. With her and Billy now teaming up, will Joe seek revenge and seaIed and expose Dawn, or even Billy, for trying to kill him?